Joining me now is Saul Weisenberg, former deputy independent counsel, Fox News contributor, and Mike Davis, founder and president of the Article 3 Project and former law clerk for Justice Gorsuch. Saul, let's start with this get the load off Fannie saga. Is Fannie falling? Oh, the puns are so bad tonight. I'm sorry. They're just, it's Friday. You know, this is what you get.
Are you going to apologize to Robbie Robertson and the other members of the band? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I think it's been a very bad week for the Trump bashers, the Get Trump crowd, and it was a very bad day for them, the parts that I saw in the courtroom there in Georgia. And I thought the argument by Harry McDougal there that you had at the end was just very, very good, very strong. So I don't see how even assuming that she isn't kicked off the case, which I think she should be, the damage to her has really been severe and to her case.
Mike, why do you think the judge is taking so long to decide whether Ms. Willis should be disqualified? But then I was thinking about, isn't the delay just more good news for Trump in any event?
It's a very good question. He said he would rule in 2 weeks. There is a deadline over the next 2 weeks on filing to run for the Fulton County Superior Court judgeship for the election in 2024. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but look, I would say to the Democrats, you should probably pick better Democrat operatives to run your lawfare next time instead of people like Alvin Bragg and Jack Smith and Fannie Willis and Tish James. This whole house of cards is collapsing on the Democrats.
Yeah, I just wanted the closing arguments to include these people are trying to take down the guy has 74 million people voting for him in the last. These people? I mean, this is America. This is like insane that these people are even anywhere near a courtroom. But by the way, one of the defense attorneys, Saul, laid out in part I watched this devastating argument for the conflicts that do exist. Watch.
There are 6 different actual conflicts of interest in this case. First, the financial conflict that's already been covered. Second, the personal ambition, political ambition. Third, there's a dovetailed or complementary pattern of deceit and concealment of the relationship and the money. Fourth, the speech at the church. Fifth, the motion for protective order that the DA filed. Sixth, the way the state has conducted the defense.
Saul, I mean, 6 different ways you could see this conflict and 6 different ways that Fannie Willis acted and conducted herself. What do you think should happen here?
Oh, I think the entire office should be taken off of the case. And that was one of the points Harry McDougal was making there, that how many of the members of the DA's office there signed off on statements and on pleadings that they had to know were not accurate. I think he was devastating there. You know, Laura, no offense to my many friends who've done really good work in state prosecution offices, but I expect this kind of stuff from elected partisan DAs like Fannie Willis and like Alvin Bragg. What's really shocking to me is what Jack Smith is getting away with, because he's doing things. I mean, he's making filings that say we must have this case decided before the election. Just appalling that somebody from the Department of Justice would be doing this and that nobody is reining him in.
And Mike, to that point, the non-binding but usually followed, quote, 60-day rule in the DOJ manual. Smith just waves that off. And the left has been pushing this rule to not apply to Trump for two or 3 years at this point, but just waves it off and say, oh, no, this doesn't apply to us. What's your response to that? Again, it's not a binding law. It's not a hard, fast rule, but what of that?
So the Biden Justice Department, including Jack Smith and these Democrat prosecutors, waited 30 months to bring these bogus criminal charges, 4 different criminal charges against President Trump, and they timed these trials back to back to back to interfere in the presidential election. This is about election interference and lawfare because These Democrat prosecutors don't trust American voters.
Well, and they see the polls. All right, Saul and I were talking about this the other night. I mean, if the polls weren't looking like they're looking, I mean, I don't think this would be such a, four-alarm fire for them. But they're really, really worried, even though the betting odds still has Biden winning. Saul and Mike, great to see you both. Thank you. All right, up next, I'm going to expose all the freebies for the newcomers. Who are the newcomers? I'll tell you next.